You didn't win Caerphilly. You were down as favourites. What's gone wrong?
Well, it's disappointing not to win on the night, but it was a historic day for Reform and for Welsh politics. There is a historic realignment going on, Chris, in Welsh politics, a historic realignment in British politics. Who would have thought that the Labour Party and the Tory Party, the two grand old parties for 100 years, between them, got 13% of the vote. Reform delivered. Again, disappointed we didn't win, but we got almost 3 times as many votes as the Tories and Labour combined. As you just said, the Tories down to 2%. They are irrelevant in Wales, just as they're irrelevant in the rest of the country. Labour down to 11 points. And look, it's clear now that ahead of the Senate elections next May, Wales is going to be a straight-up battle between Plaid and Reform.
I asked Chris Philp, who is the Tory leader in Wales. He couldn't say over 6 times. Who's your leader in Wales?
We don't have one yet.
Well, why is that then? That's a real important point.
Well, it is. And one of the things that we are focused on is making sure a big part of why Reform exists is we take the view that the existing calibre of personnel across both of the two old parties is not acceptable. And therefore, we are working hard to ensure we have exceptional people. We're looking for those people right now. We did have an amazing candidate, Claire Powell, who worked incredibly hard, really proud of the candidate, of the campaign he fought. I think he will be in the Senate next year. Look, tactical voting clearly had a big impact.
A progressive stitch-up, as some were saying.
Yeah, clearly, but tactical voting will not, because of the different electoral system that happens in the Senate elections in May next year, tactical voting will really not be an issue. And actually, if you had looked without the tactical voting, it would have been 3 seats each if you were to sort of an analysis of that. So look, we are very proud of what's been achieved in Wales. Remember as well, last time round, Reform won 1.7% of the vote. We've got 1.7 to 36%. So the momentum is with us.
It seems that there's anger with the two main parties. Yeah, and you're benefiting, as is Plaid.
Yeah, and credit to Plaid, they're surging too, but not as much as us, right? So their vote, I think off the top of my head, is about up 18 points on last time. Ours was up 34 points. So Reform still has more momentum than any other political party in this country. I'm very confident we'll have an outstanding set of elections in Wales next year.
We haven't reached peak Reform, as your rivals are always saying. It's peak Reform.
Well, I remember supposedly extremely smart talking heads all over the place saying, you know, when I took over as chairman, I remember we just won 14% of the vote share, and we were told, well, Nigel Farage parties are capped at 14%. Then they were capped at 20%. Then they were capped at 25%. Then they were capped at 30. Now we're capped at 35. Let's see. We're going to keep making our case to the British people. They are sick and tired of what the two old parties have done to this country, and they are looking and crying out for change.